All right. Welcome to another Join CDM webinar, our second now. So we're getting good at this. You have Ramon Walker here. I'll let them introduce themselves.
Madison Jones, that lone girl.
Blake Pelton.
All right. So this is your crew. You guys going to get used to seeing us. We're the ones that are going to help you originate more deals and make more money in our wonderful mortgage space, despite rates not doing what we want. All right, so let's get this party started. Let's see here. We're going to start with a product, and some of you have heard me talk about this product. I've been ranting and raving about it because I like to find things that fit the current time of the day, right? So refinances, we know, are 80% down, right? There's not many refinance opportunities out there. There's a lot of debt that people have. So that makes the opportunity for the home equity loan to be something that is extremely advantageous for consumers and loan officers alike. So the problem with the programs out there as they stand now, though, is they just don't pay enough. People normally don't need $400, $500, $600, $700,000 worth of equity. They need $50,000 to redo a kitchen, right? They need $75,000 to put in a ADU, or they might want to put in a pool. They need $45,000 to send their kid to college, right? So the majority of time you're getting 2% with your Figure, Nifty, all those guys out, Springy Q, all those guys out there, you're getting 2%. At Client Direct, because of our proprietary relationship platform that we've built and our ability to go out and negotiate with many of the credit unions and banks that are out there, we are a lender ourselves, although we really promote broker. We have both sides. So we've been able to make a unique relationship and get more points and lender credit for you as a loan officer. Okay, so I want to start right there and kind of introduce that fact, and let's get into what some of that means. Okay. So we do have this new closed-end second product, okay? And you can earn up to 7 points on it. So let me tell you exactly how this works. So yes, I want to give an example here. So on a $200,000 loan, 7 points is $14,000. And yes, that is very achievable. Now, a part of this money you are getting from the back end. So you can get lender credit, okay? We all know how lender credit works. In this case, this is an NDC product, non-delegated correspondent. This is not a brokered product, okay? So Client Direct Mortgage is doing the A to Z on this thing. We're getting fraud guards, we're getting AVMs. We're the ones who put out all the closing docs. When they sign with the notary, we prepare it. We do all the post-closing stuff. This is a product that we are delivering as a full package to our investor, okay? For that reason, and that's why it's a little unique, for that reason, we are paid a little bit more on this product, right? And we're passing that along to you, the loan officer. So you can make up to 400 bips on the back end. So on that deal I just showed you, that 200,000, 8,000 of those dollars are coming from the back, right? The consumer can be charged 0 points. You can still make 8,000 on that deal, okay? But you can also charge up to 3. And we are held to QM, a high cost. So we know that the points rule puts us at about 3 points. And it's a little bit higher for lower loan amounts. So you can fit about 3 points in there. So if you so choose, and it's not too impactful to 3 points, some people, oh, that's, 3 points is a lot. If I'm doing a $50,000 loan, 3 points, 300 basis points is how many dollars? It's $1,500. It's not a lot, right? These are smaller loan amounts because they're home equity. So this is the beautiful thing about this. When you think about it, I'm getting 4 points in the back. I'm getting 3 points on the front. All right, so that's 7 points. Simple math. 7% of $100,000. So every $100,000, I'm going to make $7,000. So even on a $50,000 HELOC, I'd make $35,000. I know loan officers right now that do $350,000 purchases that charge 1 point and make $3,500, right? So now you created an opportunity, a path for yourself to generate a lot more revenue. Okay, so the thing that was most compelling about this as I was putting it together with the team or whatnot, and as we were making this relationship, is how big the market is, or how enormous the opportunity is to take advantage of what we've put together here. There are a ton of people with interest rates under 3%, under 4%. Listen, it's not happening. We've been waiting and waiting. We've waited presidencies. Maybe a new president will do it. We've waited Fed chairs. Maybe a new Fed chair will do it. We've seen some of the worst things happen in our world, right? Kinetic war. We've seen missiles flying from the north to the south, from the Middle East to the far east. Well, not the far east, but somewhere short of the far east, right? Everything is happening in the world. Chaos used to bring a reduction in rates. That has been decoupled. I've been in this business for a long time, 13 years. I used to pay attention to a lot of political events, civil events, all kinds of events that I knew were closely coupled. Oil price, all this stuff, closely coupled to what the rates were going to do. That happened in the world, the rates did this, right? This happened in the world, the rates did that. It's like this. It's like a perfect correlated little orchestra. Not anymore. It hasn't been like this for a long time. And I can promise you, it's one thing I can promise you now, that no matter what happens, I think aliens could come, right? I can see an alien right outside of my window, and the rate will still be 6.875, right? So, or 6.5, wherever the hell we are now, right? Things are not changing. You've got to change. We've got to find other opportunities. Now, there's a silver lining here. In that higher rate, these people aren't going to move. The boomers, they're not going to move, right? They'll walk up those stairs. They'll walk up and down the stairs. They don't care. They're not going to sell and go to another place. But they might modify their home. They might want to add this or add that. They might want to build an ADU in the back, maybe live in the ADU and let the kids move in the front house, right? There's all kinds of ways that we still have to live every day because time ticks. And we have these people at this 3% interest rate, 4% interest rate that can't tap their equity. And also, I haven't even talked about the $1.2 trillion in debt we have out there. I'm talking about school loans. I'm talking about car loans. I'm talking about credit cards. I'm talking about all that stuff that comes up on that credit report, all those trade lines, right? The solution is their equity. As Blake told me, we had a meeting. It was a meeting or we were in a webinar together. He was like, he said the money is right out their back door in the dirt, right? And that's always true. That's the savings account. Their appreciation still, they have a ton of, we're at an all-time high in appreciation. So you're at all-time high in debt, you're at all-time high in appreciation. I'm locked out of I feel as though I'm locked out of tapping my appreciation. I can't go in the backyard and turn the dirt into money because I have a 3.375. Well, the HELOC, the closed-end second product is the key. Well, a lot of loan officers aren't motivated to talk about it or really sell it to the consumers and help them out because for a $40,000 loan, they're going to make exactly $900. Woohoo! Right? Well, that ends. We're motivating you to get out there and help Americans get some money in their pocket because in our society, in our capitalist society, we need money. It's got to come. It's got to rotate. We got kids in college. We have car notes. We want to do this. We want to do that, right? We are spenders in America, and you will help them access their money through these home equity loan products where you can actually make some money too. And that's the key here, okay? So I want you to have the right mindset because really someone should be doing one of these or two of these every single month. If you're a serious loan officer and you've worked with individuals, you have enough of a database out there or history and you can buy and you can engage new people as well to do one or two of these a month. Okay, let's move on. How do you get out in front of folks, right? Because that's the key. So we're working, we'll talk more about this later on. We're going to give the stage to Madison a little later, and she's going to talk about TikTok Live and just going live in general. And going live is the new everything, right? It's what it's all about. Everything like moves in a sequence. We have social media, we have display advertising, we have this, we have that. Everyone thought that, oh, the element of engaging a person is gone. We're all just in our phones. Well, guess what? Things have changed a little bit because now individuals want to see real people in their phones, right? They want them to be spending the seconds that are ticking, the simultaneous seconds that we are both sharing in this world as they tick. They want to see that person talking to them in that moment, right? Not pre-recorded, Not this, not that, live. So it's really an opportunity to sit up, and TikTok is an amazing algorithm to put the right people in front of you. So if someone's buying a house, they're going to put them out in front of you. You need to be on live, spending 30 minutes, 1 hour, 1.5 hours per day. That could be your whole strategy, and she's going to teach you about that. We have an absolutely wonderful website called Refi Eligible. She also came up with the idea. We created Refi Eligible as our version of like a bank rate or a Zillow rate table. I became a top originator many years ago through rate tables. So I love rate tables. So we have a rate table as a company. It's rebranded as like Refi Eligible. Madison asked, well, what if we gave a copy of this to every single one of our loan officers, right? And it could be connected to just them. And I was like, that's a good idea, right? We could do that, right? So we're working on a project now to give a Refi Eligible link. It'll look just like the corporate site, but you can put Mike's low rates, right? And connect it to your specific URL version of the site. And that lead that anybody fills out will come to you. It's really amazing. I'll show you what it looks like at the end of everything. Lead World. Slow down. Lead World. Lead World is our back end CRM. It's our front end store to a CRM to be able to buy leads. It allows you to put in retention leads. It allows you to have your website. So if somebody comes on and wants to fill out a lead, if you have realtors that are filling out leads, they can do it through the website, and it all lands in Lead World. Lead World is absolutely amazing. It does text. It has a pricing engine in it. It has a quoter in it. It has a scheduler in it, like a Calendly. All this stuff is built in. And then on top of that, in the middle of all of these platforms sits our AI sort of brain named Maya, right? And she can text on your behalf for clients and do a bunch of different things. So we're going to talk about that more. I'm not going to go too deep on this right now, but I think this is starting to, if you're kind of listening to what I'm saying here, what you're seeing is Client Direct Mortgage has made a technological ecosystem. We have Lead World. We have Refi Eligible. We have our own proprietary point of sale system. We have our own product for home equity that no other lender out here has, right? Our broker. So you can see what we're doing here. We're creating this ecosystem to bring extreme value, supporting our primary goal of increasing your originations and increasing the dollars that you make. That's the key. All right. Okay, so I got a little ahead of myself. TikTok will put people in front of you, guys. We kind of talked about this. Okay, so I get excited, and sometimes I get ahead of my slides. It's a bad thing. I'm working on it. But yeah, so Madison's going to go through this, everything that I just talked about. This was the summary where I was supposed to talk about it, but you got that piece. All right, let's go on. Oh, yep, I did the same thing with Refi Eligible. I really got to stay at pace with my slides. But yeah, Refi Eligible is right here. It's telling you, the same thing that I just told you about it being a live site like Bankrate. So when they see these rates out there, they'll click them, they'll fill out a form. And again, we'll show you at the end, and then that will come into Lead World in your partition. Okay. So pretty good. A great thing to even send out to your old clients. And then we talked about how it will text, quotes. You can buy leads out of Lead World as well. So we'll give you a quick glimpse into that too. The next thing we want to talk about is our point of sale system. Okay. We decided to build our own point of sale system because it was the next natural step. We want more control of the process. We want you to be able to move faster. We want you to be able to win realtor relationships. I don't mind you buying coffee and saying, hey, realtor, come meet me. Let's have coffee. Let's have a drink. But what are we going to talk about? How is it going to be something substantive? Is it going to be something more than what the next person has, right? And that has to be the key when you're setting up these relationships and build the excitement. Let me show you something, realtor, that you've never seen before. Let me show you something that's going to help you really increase your business. These are the type of things that you want to say. You want to say it with confidence, okay? So I'm going to pull over and show you really quickly what I'm talking about when I say you're going to impress the socks off of some of these realtors in the way that you could deal with their approvals. So in a POS, you have everything that's natural, right? Well, why don't we just go to it? Okay, let me just share this tab. Okay, let me open this up. I'm going to share this. Okay, I believe, let me just double check, make sure it's sharing. I believe it's sharing. Yes. So we're good. Okay. So this is our own proprietary POS. This is not a white label of anything. Some people have asked me, hey, is this white label that or white label this? Nope. This is built by us from the ground up. Okay. So let's just take a look at this individual here. This is one of my mock applications. So the POS is like a traditional POS, right? I'm going to share this tab and go back to that one really quick. It's a traditional POS, right? Really nice, clean. You know, you can fill it out, all your information as the LO, right? But the important thing as I come back over here is what the POS does. So in documents, as you're uploading these things and you approve them, now follow me here because this is where it gets really wicked, right, for you. When you approve a document, instantly what happens is our back-end system, Maya, the AI, the brain, analyzes that document for OCR extraction. So what that means is we look at everything on that document, we take it out and we put it into a database for this specific file. So that might be, if it's a pay stub, the year-to-date income, how many hours are worked, what the hourly wage is there overtime, all that kind of stuff. We can drop a credit report in here, okay? It's not connected to any credit report vendor, but if you have a PDF, if you have a free PDF, a free credit report from this place or that place or wherever it may be, drop it in. It will read all of the liabilities and put this into the back end as well. Bank statements. If you're doing a bank statement loan, 12-month, you tell it, we're doing a 12-month bank statement loan. It will extract all of the deposits, do the averages, kind of show you what's going on, put all that information into the back end, right? So what we're doing, for those that truly understand and they approve clients, right? We are creating a 1008 transmittal summary, right? Immediately, within minutes. And that's the key. That's what you want to tell your realtor when oh, I need an approval, I need this person, oh, that person was looking at it, but I don't know, they have this kind of income or that kind of income. All of this knowledge you need to have as an LO, right? All you need to say is do the application, upload all the documents. Then you're done. Oof, you're finished. Let me show you. Okay, so on this one, we have documents uploaded. Let's go over to Insights. Okay, so this is already scraped down, so it's already in here, right? And I'll back up a little bit because normally this one already kind of happened. I went through it. So I'm going to show you where the inputs are. Okay, so normally it would go to this screen first, and you have to tell it, for us to do a 1008, a transmittal summary, or to qualify a person and get the DTI, we need to know what the payment is on the subject property loan. So in a regular point of sale, when a consumer fills out an application, it doesn't tell you what rate they're getting and all that kind of stuff. So there are a couple things you need to put in here, right? Rate, term, all that kind of stuff. Is there property tax, homeowners insurance? What all needs to be put in there? I told you that the liabilities come in. This is just from dropping in a credit report. So you can pay off, you can omit, you can keep the liabilities. And then at the bottom here, you tell it what type of income you have: W-2, self-employed, bank statement, or retirement. Then you hit save and update, okay? And then once that's done, it will go through super fast and calculate your DTI. And it's using Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac guidelines. It's looking at HUD. It's looking at all of the stuff that we want to look at. On the bank statement, we've put in different bank statement rules around how to count income. So all of that is in here. So this is official, and it tells you, gives you a green, document verified, 14,000. Document verified versus stated. When you put it in the application, the consumer does, they just throw a number in, that's stated. This is saying we pulled down the documents, we looked at the rules, and we came up with this income total. This much for borrower 1, 7862, this much for borrower 2. Multiple documents verified. We use the higher income of this per this rule in Fannie Mae. So it even tells you the rules, right? So it'll give you detail around it. Your total DTI is 36% on this one. So you're good to go for all these different loan types. So pretty amazing for you to be able to do that. That's the work. That's the stuff that takes a long time for LO, right? This, you're able to do it almost instantly. Well, I'm not going to even say almost instantly because 4 minutes is the longest. Okay. All right. So that's something that we have that others don't. And again, this comes This is for every LO. And this is part of your package. This is part of the when we charge $149 a month. This is what you're paying for. All right. So yeah, this is talking about winning over realtors. Okay. And we're not just, I know we're talking about the second a lot, but I just want to stress the fact that we have 200 lenders. So every product under the sun. We have Pylon, who's like has the best rates in the country. We're at 1.5% there, so you won't be beat. So they're awesome. This is your whole suite, and it's all included, right? There's all the different things, but this is online too, so you can look at it. Yeah, this is the Pylon piece again. So no markup, direct to Wall Street rates, and you're going to crush it. You're going to win every deal. If you put a deal through Pylon, nobody's going to compete with you. It's over with. And then something else I'll add here, something they did recently. Investment properties and second homes, because Citi is the backer. So this paper is going to Citibank. Okay. They removed all the LLPAs for investment and second homes. The rates are just the same as if you were doing a primary residence. Go out there and crush. Nobody can beat you. It's over. Go find the second homes and the investment properties. Win every one of them. Okay. Exciting. So all of this costs $495 per file, okay, and $149 per month. All right, the $149 per month is paid for through our systems, like a credit card, Stripe, or whatever, and then $495 per file is this piece. We won't get into in different presentations. We're going to talk about dual sponsorship. This is full sponsorship, which you coming over. We do have a dual sponsorship option as well for some people that might not want to leave their company but still take advantage of ours. So little different setup there, but if you're interested in that, please ping us, okay? And I should say this like a couple of times as we're going through this. Go to the Join CDM site. If you're interested in having a one-on-one conversation, go to the Join CDM site, hit Let's Talk, and fill out that information. That will go to our back-end recruitment CRM, which we built as part of the ecosystem. So that will go in there, and then our team will reach out, schedule an appointment. Madison will give you a call, and then you guys can talk about joining. And then Madison's going to come on shortly here and talk about it's $495 per file if regularly, but then she's doing our whole TikTok class and it's not just a class, it's a weekly sort of training, accountability, everything else. So you're going to get more deals. And then she has a additional charge per file, which is really nice. So it's per file. You're not having to pay upfront for this stuff. As you're closing deals, she gets compensated. So we'll talk about that more too. So that makes it $695. So still super economical. So yeah, $495 or $695, depending on which route you want to come in at. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is just saying like you can the dual sponsorship. You can stay at your shop or whatnot if you want to. Yeah, so I mentioned that. So yeah, we'll talk about it in the whatever. Just fill out the Let's Talk form, and then we can have a conversation about which direction you're wanting to go. Because our whole point here is what we want to do is make sure that every loan officer has the opportunity to take advantage of our unique products, right? We are extremely unique in what we're offering. We're not the same as the other brokerages out there. I've worked and planned for the last year and a half to make sure that we are different. Now we're coming out. This is our coming out party, right? And saying, hey, community, this is what we have for you. More systems, better products, the Pylon, the home equity loan. We're better than every other broker out there. We're not going to be shy about it. We're competing. We want to do better. We want to win for you. It's just like winning a client over. Like I want to win the client, right? I'm going to give them the best rate or give them the best service. Whatever I have to do, I'm going to do it. You're our client now, loan officer. And whatever we have to do, we're going to find a way to win. So you come over here, whether that be fully as a full sponsorship or as a dual sponsorship. Just as long as your current brokerage isn't a hater and tells you can't come. All right. Some of them are, I've learned. Okay. That kind of wraps up my portion of the presentation. I do want to show you a couple of things before I hand off to Madison and Blake. So the first thing here is this is our point of sale again. Okay. We do have a pricer in the point of sale. We're in the process of building the pipes for Pylon so you can price directly in our point of sale, the pylon rates, because at Pylon, they do not follow me here, put any of their rates in Loan Sifter or any PPE engine out there, right? You have to be inside of Pylon to be able to price, with the exception of coming to us, where you can see some of the stuff, some of their pricing already. I think just a couple of us have Pylon pricing, so that way you can see it. But let's look at the home equity, okay? Because this is all built in already. So on that $200,000 deal I was talking about, right? Got a little California deal. We'll leave this. This part of the pricing engine is directly for the home equity. We're going to do the 20-year. Let's get pricing. Let's get pricing. There it is. That fast, baby. That fast. Love it. All right. So on the 20-year, 200, that's the 400 basis points. So if I can come in here and choose, look at step 2, select a rate and calculate your revenue. You want to know how much money you're going to make. I know what you want, right? So let's choose a rate. So immediately that tells you that's $8,000 already at zero charging to the borrower. But you could charge up to 3 points. So 3 points on a $200,000 loan would be $6,000. So this is how your loan estimate will look. You'll set $6,000 in points, and this is what you'll be making on the back end. So you say, oh God, I can't charge $6,000, too much. Okay, I'm only gonna charge $2,500. That's a point and a quarter, right? So on this one, wonderful. You're still gonna make $10,500, right? So you can kind of see exactly, sometimes people have trouble with correspondent and figuring out how much money will I make, Ramon, right? So we built this not only as a pricing engine, but also to answer the most important question to the loan officer. Well, actually, the most important question is about their client having the absolute best deal. But the second most important question is, how much money am I going to make on the deal? So altogether, you can see here, you made 5.25 points if you charge them $2,500. This is night and day compared to what you have out there now. Stop sending loans. Stop sending these HELOCs over to all these other people. Stop looking at a home equity loan as just some, yeah, I'll do it. Oh, if you ask me, I guess I'll do it. I'll throw it in. Oh, it only takes a couple of days to do. Stop. This is a revenue generator. Stop treating it as just like a throwaway. Okay. All right. Okay. So that's really, I wanted to show you that. And I think at this point, oh yeah, one other thing I want to show you, the refi eligible. And this is, it's truly a pretty amazing site. So let's go here. Let's accept the cookies. Refi eligible has a concept around it that we're trying to give the best, or not the best deals, but what the deals would be if a person was to pay 2 points, pay 1 point, par, or look for a credit. A lot of these sites, they have like bank rate. They're driven by being paid for the clicks. So they have 4 or 5 lenders up there and they all have the same rate. It's stupid. I don't get it. So on ours, we don't have 4 or 5 lenders. We don't drive it by space to try to generate revenue from whoever comes onto the platform. Instead, we give a super competitive rate at the 2 point, at the 1 point, at the headline, and at the credit. So that's what this talks about. Has a lot of other information. I would go on it and take a look, get my rates. You can come in here. These are live rates. So you can see in this scenario, and they can put their scenario in and what rates they get. Then they can continue from there, submit it, and then that lead's going to pop into your lead world and you'll be able to call them. Okay. So that's where I wanted to go there. So now what we'll do, all right, I'll just do a little maneuver in here. And I am going to add this to the stage. And I'm going to have Madison come on, and I'm going to put myself on mute.
Hey, can you hear me? We good? Okay. So, hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Ramon. That was great. He's got so much information. It's crazy. So, just to kind of evolve into this, Ramon is kind of like the builder of everything. And now I'm going to help get it out there and make sure everybody knows how to use it and how to effectively generate business with all of those tools that he just told you about. So This is what we've come up with, the Client Direct Business Development Collective. It's not a team, it's a collective of people that want to work together and grow together and integrate all of the tools that we're using here so they can build their own business. And there are a couple of things that we've done that are a little different. There are a couple paths. You can join as an independent loan officer. You don't have to be on a team. You can do this all on your own. Join in with the social media classes. Basically, every Monday, we're going to have a class, and then we're going to have homework for the week, and then we're going to build up from there. So starting from nothing, basically starting your TikTok account or any other social media account and building it up to where you are going live and you know what to do with those leads when they come in, so you don't miss the leads and you know how to evolve them into closed deals. So that's that part of it. The other part is the team part. So we're also helping people find locations on teams that they fit in with, and also helping team leaders build their teams. So we're connecting people together that match. Like we have a team of veterans that are military. That's their team focus, VA. And so I'm looking for people to join their team. So it's kind of like a win-win for everybody. That's our goal, is so everybody has the best opportunity to make the most money possible, especially in this challenging arena that we're currently in this market. So that's basically the program. Super simple, $6.95 a file when you close the deal, nothing out of pocket, nothing up front. So it makes it very attainable for you to join and not have to worry about, oh, I've got to make another payment this month to stay part of this program like so many of the others do. This is just out of your closed deals. So let me know if you have any questions, and feel free to schedule a call, joincdm.com with us. And that's the program. So hopefully I explained it good enough.
Yeah, no, you did an awesome job. You did an awesome job. And I just want to add one other thing here, guys. This is where I think value to loan officers, not only loan officers, whatever respective vertical you're in, we're moving down the road to give that end user, and the end user in this case is the loan officer. We're trying to provide them a service, a more baked through sort of product to get out there and sell. And what we mean by that is, it's not just about, oh, you can go on TikTok live and maybe find a client, right? No. We are giving you not only the instructions on how to go on the TikTok live, but the actual product that you're going to sell, why it's important, what the statistics are behind why we say that product is extremely attractive to a lot of consumers out there. So when you get out there and she shows you this the TikTok process, the live process, she's going to be teaching you how to talk about the home equity loan, right? And how to talk about, look at this. The other day I was talking, we buy leads. I am a on the field, in the grass owner. So I talked to a consumer the other day. It was a live transfer in, and nobody took it. They all at lunch, and we're going back and forth. And the rate for our product is around 8%. So he was like, "Oh, I want to redo the kitchen. I want to redo the bathroom." I said, "Okay, no problem." He's like, "I have a contractor. They were going to get me a bid and they can finance it, right?" Their financing was terrible. It was like 17% or something like that, right? After I told him, and at first I was like, ours is 8%, and he kind of like flinched at it. But the power in our home equity loan is not about the rate. It's a little different, that I've learned. And I've learned how to say this. It's around the amortization, because you can't get such a small amount of money. Like 50,000 is like a small amount in our world, right? Over 30 years. Do you know that payment is $370 even at 8%? 300. So I was like, so wait a minute, let me ask you this. Let me ask you a different way, because I know you want to do this and you're kind of hung up on this 8%, but I'm telling you, I'm doing this over 30 years. And that's the important thing, right? Because we're talking about cash flow. I said, I'm going to redo your entire kitchen and your bathroom for $375 per month. He said, if you could do that, I'll do it right now. Right? And I was like, that's what the payment is. Don't get hung up with the noise. So I try to stay away. I tell my team, stay away from talking about you got to bring the rate up at some point. Get to the payment fast though, because for every $50,000, it's just under 400, right? So I say 50,000, and now I'm talking about payment. I'm talking about you speaking to the client. So you're going to be on TikTok live talking about this. Do you want to redo your kitchen? Do you want to put an ADU in, right? I talked to another guy that was redoing his garage. his redo on the garage, he needed another $100,000. I told him that's going to be about $790 per month. He was like, perfect, because my rent that I'm going to get is $1,800. Nobody cares about 8%. Nobody cares, right? Nobody cares. So this is what you got to people. We live in a real world. We live in a cash flow. How many dollars is it going to cost? These are the things we're going to teach you. You have me, the super salesman, right? And I really am. I mean, I know how to interpret. I know how to speak in a way. I know how to empathize, to be able to give scripts and explain products and have the consumer just melt it in, right? I'm really good at that. That's how I became a top originator, right? At my peak year, 600 loans. We were doing 50 loans a month with a team of 5. I was on the front end, conversations all day long. That's how I got good at this. So I know how to frame what it is I'm trying to sell, okay? I don't know jack about TikTok Live, right? But I know how to go out and get products where you can make some money. Or I know how to negotiate with a bank and say, hey, I'm getting you $100,000 at 8% rate, interest rate. When you look at the whole amortization of that, by the time they pay it off, average 8 to 10 years, you're going to have made $250,000. Give us 4 measly points out of it, right? Give us 400 basis points out of it and stop being so damn greedy, right? Those are the conversations I have with the people that are all higher than us, right? That give us the money to go out here on the streets and get them loans. Okay, so I'm good at that. So I can help. And that's why she says a collective, because we're all good at certain things here. The best. And what we're bringing, I think, is a product and a service to you, coming full circle when I talk about things have changed and the value that we're actually bringing. Now it's not about a one-off, oh, teach me how to do TikTok or teach me how to do that. No, we as broker 2.0s, the new generation of brokers out there that are serving loan officers, we need to have a baked through strategy that shows you A to Z how you're going to make money. Because that's what the market demands. And that's what we're bringing. And that's what our competitors aren't. Okay. Amen. All right. So preach. So now we'll move on. Now we'll move on to Blake. Because Blake has something really cool too. So Blake, I'm going to bring up, I took an image of your sheet. And if you could just kind of like explain what you're doing there and the opportunities you see for the people that have already, the loan officers out there that have already invested time in building a great stream of closed loans, right? They have clientele, they have realtors, they've been doing it for years. They close 20 plus loans a year, 50 plus loans a year. That previous work that they did, now they can tap as though it's a new source of revenue. So Blake, I'm gonna show this little sheet and how you put this together. You can talk about how you put this together and what it is, what the heck I'm talking about when I say all this. Uh-oh. I can't hear. Can you hear Blake?
I can hear it better now. So it's kind of small, hopefully people can see it. So what we've done essentially is, as a loan officer, you have to think, where are all your clients at? Most people's clients are stuck in a certain LOS, POS system, and you really can't do anything with that data. We've been able to pull down your closed loan data, and we built out this sheet. And there's some parts that you need to fill in, but it's not that much. And there's some that we've already built and modeled out for you. So basically what we've done is we pulled down your closed loan data based on when it closed, looked at the interest rates also, and then kind of the term of the mortgage. From there, we've estimated what the balance is, and then that address, what the predicted value is on it. So there's an equity play in there. So you can see how much equity is in each one of your past clients in there. Mm-hmm. We really just need you to add the contact information for your past clients. These are your leads, these are your data, but what we're going to do is put it in your lead world for you and let that machine run. You're going to have access to a quick quoting tool. And, while that's in there, it's going to be sending out quotes to your past clients. They're going to be engaging back to you, contact information and everything. Simultaneously, you can call them. Something else we're doing is we're working on kind of showing you the easy hits are going to be your past clients. You know them better than anybody else. They have a relationship with you. They trust you already. You did their purchase, you did their refinance, they know you. So those should be layups. This is like calling people when rates drop during COVID. Just super easy refis. The next thing is you've got to look kind of in a second tier of who this may work to. And then the other element is we're looking for a referral source as well. We'll show you how to go get business with this, But the first stage is really working your database. There may be enough clients in your database that you don't even have to go get referrals or cold call people or reach out to anybody else. There may be $200,000, $300,000 worth of commissions sitting in your database, and you can't really do anything with it because you don't have a CRM that can send it out. You don't have a quote tool that you can send out. It's stuck inside your LOS or whatever the case may be. And just like what Ramon said, this program really is a solution-based sales situation. Either it's a credit card debt problem and you're just selling them on the cash flow. They're spending $1,600 a month on credit cards. You're going to get their payment at $700. You're like, hey, I freed up $600 a month for you. That's a cash flow sell. It's not really about the rate and everything. You know, there's a lot of people that preach that. The next thing is you can find their pain points if they want to remodel their kitchen, or like Ramon said, the guy wanting to do his garage. There is basically the objective of every borrower is different. A lot of the people, it is freeing up cash flow for them because the credit cards are through the roof. They may even have a second loan right now that was with Figure somewhere, and I've seen those at 11.5%, 13%. You can go refi those people. Some of those people drew out, 120 grand, 200 grand. There's some big loans out there. So basically what we're going to do is when people come on board, or people that are already on board with us, they're reaching out to me. I'm building this sheet out for them, send it over to them. They just have to put a couple things in there. One of the only things that may not populate that we're able to pull is maybe the FICO information. So you can you could run them all at 700, you could run them all at 720, however you want to do that. And then it's just their contact information, their phone, their email, and their name. And then we put it in a lead world and the machine goes to work for you, and you're going to have a lot of engagement simultaneously. You pick up the phone and start hitting those people. If you just put 90 minutes a day in this, I guarantee you, you're going to find at least 2 or 3 of these every month if you've got 200, 300 past deals in the past 7-8 years.
Yep, that's awesome. 100%, 100%, Blake. That's the key. It's like we talked to somebody the other day. He had like 300 and something closed loans since I think we went back to 2018 or something like that. And we're going to go through for him. We created the sheet already, actually. So he has it now. He's going to put in all the contact information. And then what we're doing is uploading this to Lead World. So let me kind of, okay, so let me remove this one. Hold on. I gotta remove. Okay. I'm trying to show you guys oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm trying to show you guys the Lead World. Okay, there we go. So this is Lead World, okay? Our back-end CRM. And it's like super, super, super cool. I mean, from the front, you can buy leads in it, right? You can come in here, and we're gonna have these sessions. We're not gonna do this here, okay? Just a little taste, right? Confirm your budget. You can buy all these different lead types, come in here, put your terms, you pay, and then that fills your wallet up. So really cool stuff where you can buy leads as well. But on the back end of this, it is a full CRM. It has like the scheduler, it has all kinds of like stuff in here, campaigns, your wallet, all this stuff, right? So let me go back over here. I'm going to show you guys too much people's stuff. There we go. So let me go back over here and just kind of show you the test one I had. Okay. So what we have going here is a sample lead. This is me, and we're going to price this out. Okay. So if this was a retention lead, a lead that you had already talked with and worked with, then you could come in here and then we could price this and try to find a deal for them on this home equity program. And again, the full pricer is in here. The home equity loan is in here, okay? And then you pick 3 rates. Check this out. You pick 3 rates. You create the quote. Okay. Now this is also built. This is for all you guys. This is a quote that goes out to the client. Okay. And then once you have the quote set up, you take this, you can share it, and immediately, boom, I hit that button. It got text to the client that fast, right? We also have this set up where they can run automatically. You can send it out once a month or whatnot, right? You don't have to come in and necessarily do this manually. You can email it too, okay? So email's already in there, boom, you hit it. And it's easy as pie. It's so easy. So you think about, again, these systems, the refi eligible, the Lead World, the point of sale, the home equity loan program, us helping you build out with the TikTok live, us going on the back end to be able to help you see if you can get some deals from your previously closed loans. All this stuff is going to contribute towards you doing a lot better. And the key is there's harmony amongst all of our different systems and strategies. I see so many disparate things out there. Like, you know, I mean, like I'm buying this company over here. I even forget the name of it, like a Fizbo company. How the hell do you make money off of that? What's the game plan, right? What loan officers out there have a strategy where they've actually been able to take advantage and convert these things to real dollars, right? It's just these things that I'm going to buy a servicing company and you're going to make $15 a month off of it. It just doesn't make any sense. It's just random things to try to, you know, I don't know, feel some kind of perception of value, right? I give credit for trying to do something because there's many out there that aren't doing absolutely anything and just quiet and resting off their laurels of previously getting a lot of people on their platform. But what we're doing, we're very consciously coming in to take the loan officers that do production. If you do production, we're going to be out in front of you. We're going to show you how to convert the business that you've done previously. You have hundreds of thousands of dollars sitting there. Either your current broker is going to figure out a way for you to extract it, or you're going to be over here at Client Direct. Okay. I'm extremely confident because we've built the systems. We know what we're doing, and we've seen the path through of how these consumers are responding. And you're going to want to be a part of that. You're going to want to make some of that money. Okay. So let's go back really quick on Lead World. Not only is it the pricing engine, but the whole text conversation is in here. There's everything. The campaigns for the email go out. I told you before there's a scheduler. So that goes out to the client if they want to schedule a time schedule to talk to you at a different time. They have auto quote in here. If I click this button right here, if I click it, let me just show you. Stop playing around here. Let me just, it's going to auto quote sent. So you see that? Okay. So all that I just showed you that I did manually, which is pretty quick. I priced it and then I did the thing and then I did that. I showed it to you on the quote and it was there. And I showed you how you got to click it and text it. So still only about 5 or 6 clicks. I actually count clicks. So I want to be extremely efficient. Now you can see that, what time is it? 11:47. A text message just went out to the client from me hitting that button, that auto quote button. And this is the quote because it's mobile, right? So let me share this. This is the quote that went out to the client. Okay. I told you, look, $71,000, $537 for this person. And it showed the full breakdown. Okay. Look at that. And we do it like this because we see that the majority, over 85% of the people, they look at it on mobile. So this looks really good on mobile and it opens up. Okay. That's the recommended one. We want them to have this one. Okay. So Start My Application goes to RPOS, where they would do the application, upload the documents. And then within how many minutes will you know if you have a real deal? 4 minutes, because if you're doing a HELOC, right, you want to know that the debt to income ratio is going to fall around the under 49% or whatever it needs to be to qualify. So then you'll have this euphoric feeling as soon as they upload the documents. You don't have to send it to processing. You don't have to send it to your LOA. You don't have to send it to your assistant. You don't have to send it to your contract processor to see if everything will work out. And most of all, you don't have to sit there with your own time that you were going to take the kids out to soccer, but you want to make sure you look at this DTI really quick to see if you really have a deal. You don't have to do that. Just make sure it's in the system. Use the portal. Use the ecosystem and win. All right. And, you know, we'll end it here, but this is not everything. This is what we can stuff in an hour. So we have more coming. We have more right now, and we are just going to roll over and demolish the competition in a fashion to bring you the absolute most value as a loan officer so you can get out there and win. So let's now, I think that's good. Oh, perfect. We're at the 50-minute mark. So I think, guys, I just want to recap and say, if you're interested in talking to us, please go to joincdm.com and fill out the Let's Talk. and let's have a conversation. Let us show you one-on-one how we can increase your business. Whether you're individual LO, you want to increase your business, whether you're LO that's seasoned and you're thinking about the idea of growing a team as well, we have a setup for that. We have the whole payroll structure, how we can, trickle it down and have all the different plans. So that part is beautiful. Whatever you want to do, make sure that you come and have a conversation with us so we can blow your socks off. And then after that, you're going to go blow the client's socks off and the realtor socks off. And then we're all going to be happy and we're going to win and meet our goal of being one of the top brokers in the country. All right, you guys, we appreciate you. We'll see some of you next week in our classes because some of you have joined already. So I'm excited about that. And then for the rest of you, I guess we'll see you in the one-on-one meeting. All right. I see you, Rick. Yeah. We'll go reach out to you, Rick, or you can reach out to us. But we'll get connected. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys. We're going to end it from here. Talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.